Hello again. In this video we will talk about 3D sketch. Until now we only used one plane to create a sketch. Now we will talk about something different. We will talk about 3D sketch. Select sketch from here, then click this arrow and go to 3D sketch. Now, as you can see, we didn't define any plane to start our sketch. Now let's start with the origin. Pick a line and start here. Snap to the origin and draw a line. As you can see now, you need to keep your eyes here on the Y, Z, and X. In the beginning, I can move in the Z and I can move in the Y. What if I want to move in the X? Simply hit Tab button in your keyboard and now you will have the X and you will still have the Z. If you want the Y again, since now we don't have the Y, you just need to hit Tab again. And you will alternate between the axes this way. So now I will start with the X, then I want to go up, so I already have the Y here. Now I want to go to the Z, but I don't have it, so hit Tab and go to the Z. Now I want to go to the minus X, but I don't have it, so hit Tab and here you go. And then I want to go to the minus Y, hit Tab, then go down. And finally, you can connect these. Now you can apply relations and dimensions. So, for example, if you want this line to be along the Z direction, select the line, and then select Make Along Z, this way. And you can set relations, like these two lines, I want them to be equal. And let's say I want all the lines to be equal, so I can create a cube now. Now, let's finish creating this cube. So start here again, and make sure you go on the Y direction. Now connect these. And this line should go along the X axis. So select this line, and then make along X. Now, we need another line here, then hit the Tab key so you can connect it here. Now this line should be along the X axis, so select it and make along X. Now we still need to connect these here, and we need to connect this one. Now we can give it a dimension. And as you can see, we have a fully defined cube. Now let's see something different. Exit the Smart Dimension, hit Ctrl A and delete. Now I want to draw a circle, so start in the origin here and make sure that you have the same view as I do, like the X and the Z. Now let's give this a diameter, so let it be 200. Drag this dimension here and zoom to fit. As you can see, this circle is not fully defined yet because we want it to be coincident with the top. So now select the top and select this circle while holding Ctrl, and here you can select Make on a plane because we want it to be on this plane. Then as you can see, it's fully defined. Unfortunately, we cannot create polygons here. As you can see, the command is not active. But let's create. You can create it manually, by the way. But for now, let's draw a center rectangle. Make sure you are on the X and Z at the same time and snap to the circle here. And now select the first one, the second one, and make them equal. As you can see, this square is not fully defined yet, and the reason why, you still can move this point, for example. So now select this point and select the circle, and here make coincident. And now you can still rotate this square. So let's say we want this line to be all the time along the Z. So now you have a fully defined line. Then pick a line and start in the origin here and draw a line that goes in the Y direction. You can alternate using the tab key until you get the Y direction. Now it's correct. And now select this line, then make equal. Finally, you can connect these points. I made a mistake here, but it's okay. Drag this point and try to select it with this one, then merge. Do it again and again. And lastly, do it here. As you can see, the same principle applies. The only thing is that you can move in many planes at the same time. You should be more careful here. It's not the same as in 2D, but it's helpful. And now we will see an application on how to use it. Let's see how we can use 3D sketching to create this frame here. So now go back to SolidWorks, hit Ctrl A and delete. From the ribbon, start with midpoint line and start in the origin here and make sure to snap to the X direction, and now give this a length of 400. Now pick a line again and start from this point. This time I want you to snap to the -Z, so hit tab. Now it's okay. Now you should be in the you should be in the YZ plane. So we are on it now. If not, just keep hitting tab until you get to it here. Go with some angle, then make sure you are on the Z direction, go straight, then make sure you are on the X direction, then go straight. Now let's set some dimensions. So this should be 160 and this angle should be 130. Now this point and this point both should be along the Y. And as you can see, this length is not defined yet. So let's define a length between this line and this line and let it be 350 for now. And finally, I want this point with the origin point to be along the Y. Now let's apply some fillets. Select fillet from here, set this to 40 and select here. Then you can increase the fillet, something like 220. Then OK. And now create another fillet here, but we need to reduce this value, let's say 60, and then select this line and this line. Now everything is correct. We need to apply a fillet here too, so keep it 60 and apply it here. Now, since we are talking about the 3D environment, whenever we need to mirror something, we need a plane, not a line. So here, select Mirror Entities, and I want to mirror some lines about the right. You see, we selected a plane here. Then, Entities to mirror, I want to mirror this one, and you can select these. Then hit OK. Finally, you need to apply some small fillet here. I forgot to do it, so let's do it now. And another one here. Then hit OK. After we finish this, now finish the sketch, and let's go to Features, then Sweep. Now we want to create a circular profile, and this time for this sketch. Increase this to 20, and then hit OK. As you can see, using 3D Sketch is a very useful tool and it saves a lot of time. Imagine if you were asked to create this without 3D sketching, then you will need to create this first, then you will have to create something on this side with this line, then you will need to create another sketch here, and finally you will need to apply some mirrors so you can get this shape. Later on in this course we will talk about frames design, like machine frames design, and at that point we will use a 3D sketch. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.